morning, Space Shuttle Discovery. Music sure sounds familiar. I think I've heard it in the gym a few times. We have a full Saturday of environmental research and orbiter thruster characterizations.
This is Mission Control Houston. Again, in about 15 minutes, the LiDAR and Space Technology Experiment will begin its third series of observations throughout the day today. This third series is be about a 50-minute long set of observations on the nighttime side of Earth. And these observations will again occur over the Pacific as Discovery passes off the coast of Asia. This set of observations will be beginning at about 16 hours on this 7 days, 16 hours into the flight, seen on this orbital track on a weather map of the region with 7/1604. That yellow line next to those numbers, and proceeding down to 7/1614 is the orbital track about to be taken by Discovery as it passes just off the southern tip of Japan, and during the time that the light will be making its observations over that region.
Discovery Houston for Spifex.
Go ahead.
Okay, Mark, we just wanted to give you an update as soon as we could. This is where we stand right now. We're having a lot of meetings down here, obviously, and talking about this, as well as I think I tried to explain to you before. We have been talking about this for the last few days and what kind of operations we would have with Spifex on today. The way we're looking at the system now and some of the signatures that we've seen today, which are different than other days, although we do think there's a good probability it might be a connector problem that we saw today. Right now, we're looking at only downloading the data. We're going to continue to troubleshoot what we can. The way it stands right now, we are probably not going to unlatch the experiment arm. We wanted to remind you that so far Spifex has gotten 93% of their data. It was 80 of 86 of their points plus 2 additional points. And the other comment is that all the light data takes will continue to go on schedule for today.
Okay, Nancy, we understand your concerns based on the other days. We just think that it's probably okay today, but that's only a feeling. So you guys got the call as usual.
Okay, Mark, and rest assured that discussions are still ongoing and will for some time.
Okay, Discovery, we are looking in your front windows.
Okay, plane's waving.
We see him. Hi, plane.
He says hi.
Number 110, we're going to maneuver now. Can we get any more points, or do we need to go to extended park?
Thanks so much for your efforts, but we need extended park now.
Okay, go into extended park, thanks.
The robot arm now being maneuvered to the extended park position to make sure it's out of the way for the laser data takes as the primary payload takes center stage once again, the LiDAR in Space Technology Experiment. Again, the shuttle's robot arm has an extension of 32 feet with this Spifex or shuttle plume impingement flight experiment on it.
You want to take the pause camera at this time at the flight deck.
We'll do it.
And with that boom extension, some fairly spectacular views of the orbiter as the arm is again being maneuvered to an extended park position to support the primary payload activities, the laser instruments that make up the LiDAR in Space Technology Experiment.
Discovery Houston.
Go ahead, Story.
Yeah, Inco's come up with a new loss of comm procedure. Just write us a note on a pad and put it in the window.
Okay.
Again, this is the shuttle's robot arm being maneuvered to a point away from the payload bay to ensure a straight line of sight for the laser instruments that are mounted on a platform in the forward portion of the payload bay. Discovery just beginning the 128th orbit of the mission, tracking up the east coast of the United States. As Discovery crosses the equator to begin the 129th orbit of the mission, the views from the back end of the orbiter show the getaway special canisters lined in 2 rows, again toward the back of the orbiter. The shuttle plume impingement experiment seen stowed properly for the trip home. Discovery's payload complement, the getaway special canisters, the shuttle plume impingement flight experiment, and the shuttle pointed autonomous research tool for astronomy, or Spartan satellite, clearly visible on its platform. Many of the payload activities winding down for Discovery's STS-64 mission. The orbiter is tracking northeast across the Pacific Ocean, should cross the Baja Peninsula in about 5 minutes. The shuttle's robot arm, called an RMS for remote manipulator system, was used extensively on the flight to support the deploy and retrieval process of the Spartan satellite. All of the Spifex operations with that 32-foot boom extension. Also supported astronauts Mark Lee and Carl Meade throughout the spacewalk, part of which, most of which, involved flying free of the shuttle's tethers using the SAFER device, which stands for Simplified Aid for EVA Rescue. Forward part of the payload bay, the LiDAR in-space technology experiment, or LIGHT, used to bounce lasers off of the Earth's clouds, the Earth's surface, and the Earth's upper atmosphere to help determining cloud formations, storm formations. It's a good procedure to understand the formation of weather patterns, whether a storm is forming or dissipating. Taking a close-in look at the basically the business end of the shuttle's robot arm, the end effector. Looking down